Today, we delve into the profound truth that has been a beacon of hope for countless souls throughout history. Faith. Not just any faith, but a faith rooted in the belief in an unwavering, eternal love. This love, like the steady warmth of the sun, can illuminate even our darkest moments and provide a solid foundation upon which to build our lives. I remember a time when I felt lost and alone, facing a challenge that seemed insurmountable. It was then that I truly grasped the power of faith. I realized that no matter how difficult the journey, I was not alone. The unwavering love of God was always there, guiding me through the storm. Imagine the transformative power of truly believing that this kind of love is always present in your life. How would your perspective change? How would your challenges seem less daunting? Take a moment to reflect on your own experiences and consider the profound impact that unwavering faith could have on your journey. Imagine yourself carefully constructing a delicate tower of cards, each piece balanced precariously upon the next. This fragile structure mirrors the way we often feel in life, teetering on the edge of uncertainty and overwhelmed by the weight of our challenges. But unlike a card tower, our foundation need not be so fragile. When we place our trust in God, we shift away from the unstable ground of our own limited abilities and onto the unshakable bedrock of His promises. It's like replacing the flimsy cards with the sturdy pillars of His unwavering support. As the scripture reminds us in Deuteronomy 31:6, be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified because of them, for the Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. I remember a time when I felt like my life was a teetering tower of cards, one wrong move away from collapse. But as I clung to my faith, I felt a sense of calm wash over me. It was like a steady hand reaching out to steady the tower, reminding me that I was not alone. Imagine the transformative power of living each day, knowing that the Creator of the universe is your unwavering support. It's like having a lighthouse guiding you through the stormiest seas, a constant source of strength and reassurance. No matter what challenges you face, remember that you are not alone. God's unwavering love and support are always available to you. I remember a time when my world seemed to collapse around me. I was lost in a fog of uncertainty, my mind racing with doubts and fears. The weight of my burdens pressed down on me, leaving me feeling exhausted and alone. I prayed, but my words seemed to echo in the emptiness, unanswered and unheard. In the depths of my despair, I realized that faith was not a magical shield that would protect me from suffering. Instead, it was a resilient source of inner strength, a beacon of light guiding me through the darkness. One night, overwhelmed by anxiety, I whispered a desperate plea for help. In that moment, I didn't receive a miraculous answer or a sudden burst of clarity, but a sense of peace washed over me, a gentle reminder that I was not alone. This experience taught me the true power of faith. It's not about avoiding challenges or finding easy solutions. It's about finding the strength to face those challenges with courage and grace. Faith is the unwavering belief that even in the darkest moments, there is a light guiding our way. Consider the story of Joseph, a man who faced unimaginable hardships, betrayed by the very people who should have loved and protected him, sold into slavery in a foreign land, and falsely accused of a crime he didn't commit. Joseph experienced a level of suffering that would have broken many. Yet through it all, he clung to his faith with an unwavering determination. Imagine the depths of despair Joseph must have felt, locked away in a foreign prison, far from his family and home. It's a testament to his unwavering faith that he never lost hope. He refused to let his circumstances define him. Instead, he believed that God had a greater plan for his life, even when it seemed impossible to see. The book of Genesis recounts how Joseph's steadfast perseverance ultimately elevated him from the depths of imprisonment to the pinnacle of power in Egypt. His journey not only saved his family during a time of great famine, but also preserved the future of an entire nation. Through every trial, Joseph's faith did not waver, demonstrating the pivotal role of trust and divine guidance. Joseph's story serves as a powerful reminder for us today. Even when we cannot see the entire tapestry of our lives, God is intricately weaving each thread. His plan is at work, and with unwavering faith, we can trust that He will guide us through the challenges we face. How can we draw from Joseph's experience in our own lives? It begins with this simple yet profound truth. Hardships do not define us. Instead, let your faith empower you to rise above these challenges. Trust in the path unseen, knowing that perseverance and unwavering faith will lead you to the place God has intended for you. Let's pause and consider the transformative power of faith in our everyday lives. Faith isn't just for the extraordinary moments. It's the steady heartbeat that guides us through each day. Imagine weaving faith into the fabric of your existence, greeting every challenge, decision, and moment of joy with a whisper of prayer. I remember a time when I was feeling overwhelmed and stressed. I took a deep breath and offered a simple prayer of gratitude. In that moment, a sense of peace washed over me, reminding me that I was not alone. This experience taught me the power of incorporating faith into even the smallest moments of my life. By weaving faith into our daily routines, we cultivate a deeper connection with God. It's like finding a hidden treasure in our own backyard. We discover that God is present not only in the grand moments of our lives, but also in the quiet, everyday details. So let's make faith a conscious part of our daily lives. Whether it's a brief prayer before a meal, a moment of reflection during a commute, or a silent conversation with God while taking a walk, these small acts of devotion can have a profound impact on our well-being and our relationship with the divine. I remember a conversation with a dear friend who was feeling overwhelmed by the relentless demands of work. The stress was taking a toll on him, leaving him feeling anxious and paralyzed. I suggested a simple practice. Whenever he felt the weight of stress pressing down on him, he should take a deep breath and whisper, "Help me, Lord." At first, he seemed hesitant, thinking it was too simple to be effective, but he decided to give it a try. Over the next few weeks, he incorporated this practice into his daily routine, whispering a quiet prayer whenever he felt overwhelmed. To his surprise, this small act had a profound impact on his life. He started to feel calmer and more centered. The stress that had been weighing him down began to lift, and he was able to approach his work with a renewed sense of energy and focus. His story is a beautiful testament to the power of small, consistent acts of faith. It reminds us that even in the midst of chaos and uncertainty, there is always room for peace and clarity. By taking the time to connect with God through prayer, even in the smallest of ways, we can cultivate a deeper sense of peace, resilience, and hope. Imagine a life guided by unshakable faith, a foundation as solid as a mountain. This isn't just about relying on God during difficult times. It's about embracing faith as a constant companion, a guiding light that illuminates every path. I remember a time when I was facing a particularly challenging situation. Fear and doubt clouded my mind, and I felt like I was drowning in a sea of uncertainty. But then I remembered the words of the Apostle Paul, "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." Philippians 4:13. In that moment, I felt a surge of strength and courage, a reminder that I was not alone. This experience taught me the transformative power of unshakable faith. It's not just about believing in God's existence. It's about trusting in His love, guidance, and sovereignty. When we approach life with this kind of faith, we are empowered to overcome challenges, find peace in the midst of chaos, and experience a deeper sense of joy and fulfillment. Take a moment to reflect on your own life. In what areas could unshakable faith make a difference? Is it in your relationships, your career, or your personal growth? Imagine the possibilities if you were to approach each day with the unwavering belief that God is walking alongside you, guiding your steps and strengthening your spirit. Imagine standing at the edge of a cliff, the path ahead shrouded in mist. You can't see what lies ahead, but you know that if you trust in your guide, you will be safe. This is the essence of trusting in the unknown. It's a profound act of faith to let go of the need for control and surrender to the unknown. It means trusting that God has a plan for your life, even when you can't see the details. It means embracing the uncertainty with peace and confidence, knowing that you are in good hands. I remember a time when I was facing a major life decision. The path ahead was uncertain, and I was filled with doubt and fear. But I took a deep breath and chose to trust in God. I surrendered my plans to His will, and I was amazed at the peace that flooded my heart. Trusting in the unknown is not always easy. It requires courage, faith, and a willingness to let go of control. But the rewards are immeasurable. When we trust in God, we find a sense of peace and serenity that cannot be shaken. We are able to navigate life's challenges with confidence and grace. So I invite you to reflect on where you might be clinging to control, where you might be afraid to let go and trust in the unknown. It might be in your relationships, your career, or your personal growth. Whatever it is, take a deep breath and choose to trust. Let go of the need for certainty and embrace the peace that comes from trusting in God's plan. If this message has touched your heart and stirred your spirit, I invite you to take a moment to reflect on the transformative role faith has played in your own life. Consider the challenges it has seen you through and the moments of peace it has bestowed. Share these reflections with someone close to you. Your story may inspire others to recognize their own journeys of faith. If you know someone who is navigating a difficult season, extend a hand of encouragement by sharing this video with them. Let us collectively foster a ripple effect of faith and hope, affirming that even amidst life's trials, we are never truly alone. Together, we have the power to remind the world of this enduring truth. No matter what happens, God's unwavering presence accompanies us on every step of our path. Let's be the conduits of this message, spreading light and strength wherever it is most needed.